Wee doggy. I know a lot of social media people have their own like signature sign-ins to their videos, so I thought maybe I'd try that one as my new signature. Anyway, hello everybody. This is Mr. Martin, and of course, I am here to let you know a little something about using vocabulary.com and maybe making things a little bit easier for you. I have seen students who have been doing their practices and have been 200, 300, even close to 400 different questions before they got enough right to graduate from the practice or to successfully complete the practice. That was not my intent. My intent wasn't to have you do 400 questions, especially not if you're only getting one out of every four right. The goal of this is for you guys to study the words a little bit and get to know them. And it occurred to me that maybe you don't know how to do that. So, well, let's take a quick look here. I'm in kind of like my homepage thing here. What I want to do is back out to, will that take me to, okay. What I'm really looking for here is this bar across the top that says lists. When I click on lists, now it takes me to a whole bunch of lists, and I'm not necessarily interested in all those. What I'm really interested in is this little thing here called My Lists. When I click on My Lists, you can see lots of lists that I've used already this year. The highest one on the list is the most recent one I've created, and that's for you guys. That is the ELA terms 1 through 15. That's from April 6th to April 10th. And I'm guessing, I don't know this for sure, but I'm guessing that you guys should have this in your My Lists because it's something that I assigned to you. If it's not in your vocabulary list there, then you may want to go over here and check on this tab called Assigned, and it will show you your assigned lists. Play around with that. But what you're really looking for here is this list called ELA terms 1 through 15, April 6th through April 10th. If you click on that, then it will give you. Now, I don't know what yours is going to look like here because you don't have the option to assign stuff. So yours might not be there. It might go right to the list. For me, I've got to slide down here a little bit. And then here are the 15 words on the list: adversary, aplomb, apprehensive, aptitude, attentive, banish, barricade, bluff, brackish, brandish, circumference, commotion, concoction, conspicuous, and contortion. So on our list of 1 through 100 that we've been working on, this is the A's, the B's, and probably part of the C's here. I don't think that's the end of the C's, although it might be. So 15 words, those are the ones that you are going to practice this week. You don't have a quiz at the end of it, but you do have a practice to complete. And that practice is going to give you several rounds until the programming is convinced that you understand these words or have a good handle on these words. And that's going to usually take you somewhere in the neighborhood of, let me check my paper here. I've seen students anywhere from 71, 75, 82, 83, 87, 92, and I believe 94 words that they had or questions that they had to get correct in order to be done with the practice. Now, some of those students did a blistering pace. I had one student who got 87 out of the 93 words correct. And that's somebody who probably naturally has a good vocabulary, but you can kind of get yourself a little bit of a cheat sheet for this, if you will. The cheat sheet is here's the words right here. There's the 15 that you need to know. And you have a definition right there and a sentence. So an adversary is somebody who offers opposition, somebody who's against you. And the students are united by shared suffering and by a common adversary or a common person that offers opposition. So you can go down through every one. Aplomb is great coolness and composure under strain. And so maybe you freaked out about something and you say, I wish I had handled it with aplomb. I wish I had been cooler about it. So aplomb is a sense of coolness and composure. You can go down through and check all of those words and you'll get one sentence and one definition. However, if you click on the word adversary, now you have a whole page on adversary and it tells you all kinds of things that might help you. Like adversary is related to the word adverse, meaning against or contrary. So if you're traveling under adverse conditions. You know they're bad conditions, they're working against you. And if you can connect adverse, a word you might already know, with adversary, man, that's awesome because now you start to connect how these things work together. And if you remember one word, you can remember both of those words. So an adversary, it tells you, is someone who offers opposition. um, it gives you synonyms like antagonist, opponent, opposer, and resistor. Sorry, my dog's barking in the background here. And also over here, you have usage examples, and you have several current. Look at these dates: April 2nd, April 3rd, April 3rd, April 4th. So in the last 3 days, it's April 5th when I'm creating this video. In the last 3 days, there are 4 times at least where somebody has used that word publicly. So those are some things to check out. These aren't obscure words that nobody ever uses and nobody's heard of since William Shakespeare. These are things that are used in the Los Angeles Times and in Slate Magazine and on Fox News. They're there. They're all the time. They're everywhere. So that's a good thing. And you'll see up here, I mastered this word clear back on January 20th. I was working on the list and this word was on the list and I just happened to master this one. But you can do that with each one of those words and give yourself kind of an idea of what those are. If you want to, take some notes. I'm confident that if you prepare yourself a little bit, that you can avoid having to answer 100 or 200 or 300 extra questions because you know what these words are in advance. So by the time you get to the practice, you can be successful with the practice questions because you're familiar with the words and you're not just guessing at them. When we did the 100 words starting at the beginning of the year, and we were doing the vocab jams, we've been actually seeing some of these words as we did the vocab jams. So these are words that shouldn't be completely foreign to you, but these are some things that these are necessary words. These are words that you guys really need to know by the end of this year, and that's why we're hammering them like this. So good luck on your practice. You'll get through it. I'm just trying to help you get through it a little bit quicker. So I think that is about it, and I'm done.